right, we were just closing the last segment talking about the MLS. The conclusion is we are optimistic for the MLS for the U.S. Open Cup. We are already content with whatever we got out of this, maybe a point or two or three out of the Champions League. We'll see the Champions League again next year. But let's talk about the MLS. In the qualification zone, we have the leaders in the conferences are LA Galaxy and Real Salt Lake in West. In the East, you have Columbus and New York. New York actually found a good result against the LA Galaxy this weekend. And then everybody else, all the other 4 teams qualifying would come from the West Conference: Dallas, San Jose, Seattle Sounders, and Colorado. But now we are depending only on our efforts. We don't have to worry about Chicago. We don't have to worry about Toronto getting in. Even if they score, they win all the points. What do you think? Are we comfortable? What's going to happen in the MLS?
I think it's as long as you can just count on your points. That's the good way to start. When you start trying to count games and count points from other people, losing here and losing there, that's when things start like just cracking down. So I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good position because we just depend on ourselves. So as long as we keep like that, that's good. Which means we have to win. We have to win and not worry about results later.
Look, from what I saw, the 2 games that we played against Chicago, we scored against Chicago twice in the last minute. And just that very important game because it was a direct opponent for the qualification zone. I think the way that they're playing, they are mentally prepared to qualify, and I'm also confident. In MLS, I would also say that we're going to make to the playoffs.
I totally agree. They are going to make the playoff. Now it's a matter of fact if they can go up. It's just that because they are playing so well and they are getting much more confident on the field, and I think it will be very easy for them to make the playoff. I don't think it's going to be so hard for them.
Let's hope for that. So it's almost now we have a couple of different games for the different tournaments as well. On the 29th we played Marathon, and then we have a series of other games. We play Chivas, the U.S. version of Chivas, and then we play a friendly with Chivas Mexico as well. So for Sounders fans, their games all over. They are really busy.
That's going to be a big game. The Chivas, the Mexican Chivas. I just watched a guy buy 8 tickets in a row, and he spent probably like $600 straight up. I was down there. I was just going, wow. They opened up, and he's on the 3rd tier. I'm going, man, you're paying a lot of money to sit up there.
It's a lot of soccer to be watched.
Yes, there is.
Before we move to Europe, since we have Thiago here, our specialist in Brazilian football.
My team is qualifying right now if we finish today. I mean,
what's going on in Brazil? Tell us what's going on. First of all, tell us what's going on with this kid Neymar. Excellent player, but losing his mind. What's going on there?
I don't know. I think somebody needs to come in and control because the kid it's of course a very potential soccer player, and with 18-year-old already having those clubs looking into him, it's it can get in your way a little bit of your mind. And I think I don't know, maybe Robinho lived in Brazil to go to Italy. He kind of because he was very close to Robinho.
And Robinho was a sort of like an older,
kind of leading and kind of very friendly with him, especially with him and Ganso, and since Robinho has gone to Europe, he kind of lost a little bit of that leadership on somebody on the team that was somebody that he considered above him. Now he considered, like Robinho left, so he's considering now.
And Ganso got injured.
And Ganso got injured, so he's considering himself the superstar of the team, and everything needs to be around him. So I think somebody needs to step in on a psychological point of view and work with this kid, so we don't waste him because he's gonna be a potential for us in the World Cup 2014.
In my opinion, actually, that force, the psychological influence force, actually ended up coming from the coach of the national team for not calling him for the next friendly, because everybody in Santos is just like forgiving anything that Neymar does. The president, the management of the team, they even fired the coach after the entire, arm wrestling between the coach and Neymar. Neymar won with the support from the management. So I think that ultimately, what's controlling him now is the fact that Mano Menezes didn't call him for the national team.
But we also have to be careful in the way we do that, because at some point the player can really go down on himself and that's completely go another way, say, all right, I mean, if they don't want me, I don't care, I'm not gonna play. So it's just, and then he starts going down the wrong way. So we gotta show him that we need him, but we need him in the way that we want him to be there. And
Good point.
He's important for us, but he needs to chill out a little bit.
Maybe we
He
should
needs
send
to
you back
chill
there
out a
to
little bit.
Santos in your
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
in
agree.
your roots.
This is
Yeah.
my team.
Yeah, I agree.
This team from my
because-
heart.
Yeah, I agree because he's saying all right things. And looking from outside, looking from the European perspective, seems a little bit weird. It's just such a waste, and you're gonna lose that player. As he was saying, and I agree with you about the fact that he was not called from the national team, maybe can affect losing Robinho. All good analysis, but I hope someone can do something for him. Really, he's such a good player.
Because just in the last game, he already came back. Like after all the soap opera around his life and his play, he came and beat 4-1 Cruzeiro, another contender to the title, and all of a sudden, the kid is back on and
We have
Just-
to still think that he's a boy, he's a kid, he's 18-year-old. I mean, and he
Yeah.
got so much in his hands right now. Like the whole hopes of Brazil for the next World Cup, and he's making a lot of money in Santos and all those teams. So, but he's just a kid. So we have to find a way of
You have to groom
treating him
into
in the way that you're a kid, we need you, and we're doing this for your benefit because we need you. So we gotta find that perspective of doing this.
I agree. We'll go for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll move all the way to England to talk about the Premier League and the England Cup League as well, with some news and surprises there as well. Stay with us, foreverfootballshow.com.